Welcome to the live, second live of the day. And I am sure by now you all have heard Jim Jones out here in these streets trolling. I'm sure trying to get attention. I think he's supposed to have a project coming out, claiming that he is better than Nas, that he could wrap circles around Nas, that he is more relevant than Nas. So, yeah, is this serious? Is this serious? I've seen the videos, maybe you have too, where when he first said this on the podcast with Fat Joe, and he was like, check my numbers. And there's been other content creators who did just that. They checked the numbers and no, bro. No, you have nothing on Nas. But he said, he's bending the algorithm and you got to learn how to work the machine. And if that is true, then kudos to him because he's been, talked about a whole lot. A whole lot. Jim Jones is an interesting character to me. I heard someone refer to him as the oldest YN. No comment. But even with how he dresses, and I know he's supposedly very into fashion, but when I look at Jim Jones, all I see is like somebody who I don't necessarily like to put an age on how you dress, not necessarily. But unfortunately, there are some instances where you are just dressing way, way, way below your age. And at a certain point, it starts to look like comical. Like even like what he has on what's on your screen now. It's just and he looks tired and older and just cap turned to the side and but that's not what this video is about. Jim Jones went on Nightcap and he and Shannon Sharpe kind of got into it about this whole comparison to Nas. And I'm not going to play I'm going to play the audio and react to it. I won't be able to play the video because of copyright. But it's just interesting. But on the actual video itself, I tell you, Chad was so funny to me because he so badly wanted to be the referee and they would not let him. Also, just on another note, this might be specifically for the ladies. Did y'all see Chad on that particular video? But I digress. Okay, so let's take a listen at this audio and I'm going to react to it and let's see what got so heated here between Jim and, as some people call him, Unc Shannon Sharpe. Let's take a look.
Were you smoking when you said you better than Nas?
I might have been a little bit. Well, as far as let's get this right. I'm way more influential than Nas, and I don't care what nobody say. I know I made it. I know I made a little.
This is not true, Jim Jones. Just because you had one younger person on somebody's podcast try to say that you were more relevant to them and their generation because, when they were coming along, blah, 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 blah. I won't even say that's not necessarily true for that person. But you will never be more relevant than Nas as it relates to hip hop. It's just not, no. I know. I don't care what kid said what. just no.
Boo-boo when we talk about the sales and all this type of shit. I don't feel like getting into that rhetoric about where I started and where he started.
You said that bullshit.
But listen, Nas was nice.
Now he doesn't want to get into sales, but he said when in the original podcast, he said, check my stats, check my numbers. They checked it.
When I was in high school, when I was in 10th grade, Nas came out. Nas was dope. We appreciated him. He had a little bit of run, but Nas always came up second to Jay.
Nas had a little bit of a run. You better respect these icons out here. Because, Jim, from what I understand and what I heard about your backstory, now not taking away from you that you can rap, but Cam and those talk about how basically you were just, kind of hanging around back in the day and they like literally taught you how to rap. And I'm not even going to knock you for that. If you were taught how to rap and then you took it up and you really became a decent rapper, then fine. But you shouldn't be coming for an icon like Nas.
And DMX and all these other people, like
ain't no shame in that. There's a lot of motherfuckers came up at the Tom Brady.
He never had that type of influence on us, except for his first album. I already told you, I used to want to dress like Nas because he had a lot of fresh clothes that the hustlers used to wear and shit, and we used to see him on TV. He had one of the illest albums of all time. And then in high school when he had the barbecue and shit like that. So I'm a real fan of Nas, but he kind of lost me after the movie Belly and shit like that. Like I don't.
Man, go ahead on with that, Jim.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm being honest. You ask me, I'm being a fan. I'm telling you, the movie Belly was fire, but after that, he kind of lost me. I think we was way too much into the game. Remember how this goes? You ever heard of a Kofi list?
Yeah.
Yo, go back into your history and find out what happened.
The way Shannon said, yeah, he's heard of a Kofi list. He sounded like he's never heard of a Kofi list. That was not a solid, yeah, that sounded like he just saying, yeah, to act like you know something you don't know. He did not sound like he knew what a Kofi list was.
Between us and him, you dig? And I'm not trying to repeat history, but don't play with us when it comes to that, bro. We already went wild on them boys. You heard?
Who is us? There's nobody else is in this but you, Jim Jones. It's not your group. It's not what all you all did as a group. That is not the conversation. This is about you saying that you are better than Nas.
We the ones that went wild on them boys. You heard?
Hey, Jim.
And people out here acting like I said I'm gonna bring the Kofi list back. I just told you I'm a changed man. Steph Law. You did?
Nah, look. I'm putting it like this, Jim. Hey, bro, you been in this thing, but lyrically, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you.
Yeah,
y'all
but look how you dress. Look how you dress.
Shannon Sharpe said, Jim, you know what, you did your thing, you know, but lyrically, I'm gonna keep it a stack. And he's getting ready, I'm sure, to go. You can't do anything with Nas. Y'all not even in the same ballpark. And Jim Jones went to, but look at you and look how you dress.
You don't even be in the same places I be in. The things that we listen to.
I can be in the church house. You can't emphasize lyrics. I don't know who told you that. Now look, y'all know you on that good stuff, but you're not seeing Nas.
Shannon told the man he high. That's why you think you could compare with Nas, but you can't. Shannon is not backing down.
Bro,
you're not seeing Nas, bro. Let's be real.
You got a bunch of 40 and 50-year-olds in their panties because I said
he says you got a bunch of 40 or 50-year-olds in their panties because of what, and I'm assuming he's going to say what he said about comparing himself to Nas. He said that like he's like 20. Jim Jones is 48 years old. He's talking about, there's a bunch of 40s and 50-year-olds out here in my comments. Jim may be a YN. He may not understand that, dude, you are 48. So if you do have 40 and 50-year-olds in your comments, that's your age group. What?
I'm better than that.
It don't matter.
Look at you. Look at you.
Ain't nobody from Dip set gonna take you over Nas. Nobody from the Diplomats but you.
Hold on, Jim. Hold on. Jim.
You want to go back to I really mean it? I really mean it started. We could go back to the history, bro.
For you to even say that,
bro. Don't do that, bro. That's
I
got
a question.
Stick up for itself and meet me in
Wow. He said, let Nas speak up for himself.
a booth for something if we want to do something historical.
So he wants to challenge Nas to a rap off. Is that what he wants to do?
Nas say he don't do that no more. Nas say he don't do that
because he got $100 million. He's a very wealthy man. You heard he's a very smart businessman. He got a couple business clicks. Hold on. I'm rapping at a high level. You better check my stats, bro. I will run.
Is it just me? Or is seeing Jim Jones go this hard about his rapping and his rapping ability? Is it not giving like you are not aging well at all? Now don't get me wrong. Please do not get me wrong. I believe rapping, especially when you're already established. I don't care about you rapping as you get older and that type of thing, because I think you should, just like any other artist in any other genre. They don't have to quit their art just because they're getting older. But the thing about it, especially the way I'll just give my perspective. When you talk about rap, as you get older and you're rapping or however you're moving in this hip hop culture, I hate to see when it seems like maybe you're not evolving. It may be how you're dressing, but it looks like you're still trying to be like one of the 20-some-year-olds. And at a certain point, it might have looked okay and cool and trendy. And then at a certain point, it starts to look like you're trying too hard. Or you're a rapper, you've been in the game for a while, you're established, but nothing about what you're rapping about is evolving, i.e. Drake, i.e. Lil Wayne. And it's just like, do you have anything else you'd like to share with the people? Can y'all talk about something else? So, yeah, age has nothing to do with, the whole thing of you continuing rapping, but he's just looking kind of
circles around Nas rapping right. I will run circles around Nas rapping right now.
Delusional.
Right now, I will run Saturn around Nas right now rapping. Everybody knows that. You heard?
Let's not talk about the past. That ain't. He put it down. Bro, he said it down.
I will run laps around Nas rapping right now, bro.
Jim, we do not believe that. We do not believe at any point in time would you run circles around Nas rapping. We do not believe that. But now prove us wrong. Well, first of all, Nas isn't going to entertain you, I know. But no, nobody believes that you would run circles around Nas. We just don't believe it. You would have to show us that.
Oh, you talking right now? But I'm talking about when y'all and
I'm still in it. I'm still in it. Oh, Cam was smoking his boots. I wasn't rapping when he was rapping, but Cam really got at him. You remember? I really mean it. We've been getting at them boys, but this is not about that. Right now, 2025, I'm in the game still rapping at a high capacity. If Nas wants to smoke, come in the booth. I will rap.
He don't want no smoke. He enjoying that 150 million, 200 million.
Okay, then. So then leave me alone while I'm on the field.
You was effing with him. He wasn't bothering you.
I'm on the field. I'm picking on whoever, whatever. I don't care. I'm on the field.
Well,
and guess who's the most on the field?
Then he needs to be out there going against like who? He should have teamed up with Joey Badass and went up against, some of the rappers that are in the whole beef with him, like especially on the West Coast. Why not jump into that if you're so on the field?
And
Kendrick, Drake, Weezy, they on the field. You need to call like Drake. You need to call like Weezy. You need to call like Kendrick. You need to call somebody that's still in it. He ain't in it.
Why? Kendrick ain't my age. Kendrick ain't my age. I wasn't dating my era. That's not my era.
He retired. Have you ever heard of retirement?
Well, that's my era, so I'm calling all of them out. I don't care if you retired or not. Deal with it. If not, meet me in the booth, Jack. You heard? Meet me in the booth. And I'm just talking about
Carl Jacob.
Let's get this right. I'm not mad. It's about the sportsmanship of the game. People know I'm a very aggressive person, and that seems to get misconstrued when I'm talking my shit. I'm just talking my shit, you heard? Let me talk my shit because I am on the field. If anybody got a problem with that, they can meet me on the field. That is the booth. Anybody from that era. Anybody.
Hey, well,
now, no hate on Jim Jones for that. Jim Jones said anybody from his era, if they got any feelings or feel any kind of way about anything he's saying, meet him in the ring. Let's go. Bar for bar. Let's go. Okay, Jim. No problem with that. Just don't compare yourself to Nas and saying you're better than Nas and you can run circles around Nas and you're more relevant than Nas. As long as you don't say that, we're good.
Anybody from that era. Anybody.
Well, you and Jada in the same era.
Anybody from that era. Don't try
you
to
ain't seeing Jada. Stop that. Stop that.
Anybody from that era.
Stop that.
I'm not scared of nobody.
Man, hey, see you speeding right now.
He ain't gonna do nothing with Jada Kiss either, in my opinion. He is absolutely not gonna do anything with him, in my opinion. But he, like I said, he's a rapper. He's supposed to feel like he's the greatest. He's supposed to feel like he's the greatest. But you can feel like that, but now at a certain point, now, come on now. Just come on now.
Anybody from that era,
hey,
I'm not scared of nobody.
Hey, I got to put the brake assist on. You speed, so I got to slow you down.
I'm in the field daily. In the booth daily. Anybody want to work out, tell them that nigga Shannon Sharpe.
It's an opportunity.
You got to start buying bag of your clothes, big fella. You too big, man.
You talk about you in the gym. Now you want me to see me in the gym?
Oh, we can do
that. You like to talk that ish. Now come see me in the gym.
We talking about working.
Lord have mercy. Now here goes Shannon. Shannon like that because Shannon knows he will get him in the gym and demolish him more than likely. Jim don't look like he's lifting any weights. Jim does not look like he's lifting any weights at all. At all.
See me in the gym.
What we talking about? Working out or strength? What we talking about? Working out or strength?
Work however you want to do it.
We talking about work.
Oh, Shannon's so aggressive. I ain't know what got you in trouble.
You got money.
And we talking about
put your money where your mouth feels.
So you talking about working out, I burn you. You talking about working out, I burn you. You talking about working out of strength. Because you probably can lift a lot more than me.
Whatever.
You're bigger than me. You're probably stronger than me. But if you talk about working out, I burn you.
This ain't what you do. This ain't what you want. You're doing good when you're talking about Nas and Jada. You don't want to see this.
Check the stat.
You don't want to damn the stat.
You better go to my IG. Set it up. Also, set it up.
I'll be the, I live a dump truck load guys like you.
What you want to start on?
Small. You ain't in my league,
What you want to start on?
How you want to do it? You ain't in my league.
What you want to start on?
You ain't in my league. You too small. You too small. Hey,
boy, if this is not a D competition right now, what are they probably don't even know. Like, what are y'all done got heated and now y'all just like really going in and just what? Poor Chad. Chad was trying to break it up. Chad was trying his best to break it up. They were not listening to him.
You want to put a trainer in between? Don't back out. Do not back out now. Do not back out now. I'll come to Atlanta tomorrow and give you one.
This you.
Bro.
You too small.
Bro.
You talking.
You talking a lot. What you want to do?
Stick to what you do. Stick to what you do. You good on the mic. I won't take that away from you. But stay out the gym after with Shane. Defends himself against Nas comparison. Jim Jones rejects Nas comparison. Check my record. Jim Jones argued he's bigger than Nas. You said that.
You sound like you a little hot. You over there.
Jim, like, what's up, brother? What's up? This has got you more hot than what you should be. Okay, I said it. I said what I said. Why are you so heated about it? I really hope Shannon is just potting right now. He knows what's going to get people tuned in and listening to this. He knew what this was going to do.
You in your feelings?
Cause me and everybody else
your
knows
glasses
you can't
is
F
crooked.
with
Fix your glasses a little bit. Your glasses is a little crooked.
My glasses are fine. You can talk about I take them off. You can see? And I still can see you can't F with Nas. I put them back on. You still can't F with Nas.
Come on, sing 16 bars. Sing 16 bars in Nas right now. Sing your favorite Nas record right now.
The man.
So he's trying to call Shannon out. You all rah for Nas. Let me hear you say a bar or two of Nas. If you all rah for him, he's trying to call him out.
I'm busy.
Sing it. Sing your favorite Nas record.
First of all,
up.
Once you get to a certain listen.
Sing your favorite Nas record.
Jim.
I bet you know your favorite Jay-Z record.
Hey,
I bet you can say your favorite. What?
Jim.
Sing your favorite Nas record.
Okay, you done flew high. You came back down now.
Sing your favorite Nas. Sing your favorite Nas record, bro. Since you going crazy for him. I can sing more Nas. I can sing more Nas records than you right now. I can sing more Nas records than you right now. So you are capping. You are capping. That's what you're doing.
First of all, bro,
you are capping. I'm a bigger Nas fan than you are. You are capping.
First of all,
I'm
57. I don't be singing no rap. I don't be singing no rap.
Well, now look, I take offense to that. You just say because you in your 50s, you don't listen to any rap. Rap has been around for what, a little over 50 years. And thank goodness to Kendrick Lamar, we are finally getting back to rap that is saying something. And I feel like this is where we should be with hip hop. It should be all of it. It should be, I'm not opposed to some of the ratchet stuff, like some of the club bangers, some of the stuff that's just fun music, you know, not really saying much or nothing, but it's fun. It gets you going. But I also need to have some rap that's saying something. And don't you compare together or put together a good beat, something you can have fun to, and it's saying something. So yeah, you can listen to rap, especially those of us who are like, we grew up with rap. I mean, it's not something we got to put to the side now because we're older.
You see what I'm saying, Ocho? He don't even know about rap. He just doing this for the views to get Jim Jones on there to get him hot. I understand, but you don't know him hot. You don't know Nas.
You better check the podcast space.
Shannon Sharpe, like, I don't need you to get me hot. I'm already hot. Do you not know who I am?
Hey, now you better talk.
Sing 16.
Hey, this is the biggest podcast you ever been on.
Name one Nas record.
This is the biggest podcast you ever been on.
You know what
podcast you been on better than this one.
Hold on. We off topic. Hold on.
This is what I do.
Look at Ocho. Ocho's trying his best to break this up, but he's just, they're not listening.
Ocho, name a podcast you've been on bigger than this one. When you get big, you get invited to Club Shay Shay.
This is what I do.
Nas get him.
Jim keeps asking Shannon, are you still in your feelings? Are you still in your feelings? Are you still in your feelings?
Invited to Club Shay Shay. Jadakiss get invited to Club Shay Shay. You not on that level yet, bro.
Oh, Lord.
It's for little young.
Hello.
Did y'all hear that? You heard what he said, right? You heard that shade he just threw at Shannon talking about what he was into, and he said he was into little blank girls.
Chill out, don't play with me, bro. Chill out.
Off topic.
You're dealing with the wrong one, bro.
Right here, bro.
I don't care nothing about nothing that shit you got to say, bro. You might as well take me off this shit,
bro. We here. You can't out
Leave
talk
me alone, bro.
You might get out rap me, but you can't out talk me.
Don't nobody want to go to Club Shay Shay. Nobody want to buy no VIP tickets to that shit. Nobody rushing to go to that shit.
Biggest podcast you ever been on.
Club Shay Shay.
Hey,
you got a good podcast.
You get an invite.
You do got a good podcast.
Nobody listening to me.
The podcast is tremendous. You and Ocho do your thing, but don't get it twisted, bro. I don't care nothing about no fucking podcast.
Well, that's that. That's that. So hopefully this is dying down now because, like I said, it's not anything to take seriously. I really look at that as all in good fun. Nobody is taking anything seriously about, Jim Jones thinking he's better than Nas. I really do think at the end of the day, Jim Jones was trolling while also thinking that he could wrap circles around Nas. I think he really believes that. But, hey, this is all fun. This is all fun. No harm, no foul. Gave us something to talk about and laugh about. But yeah, it seems like it got a little heated though between Shannon and Jim because Jim even mentioned the thing with the girl and the lawsuit and the reason why Shannon's not on ESPN right now. So it got a little heated. But at the end of the day, this is all good fun. So until the next time. As always, y'all have a good one. I'll probably be back because we got to see what goes on today with the court proceedings, just trying to get the order correct as far as the instructions for the jury. But or I may not be back. I don't know. But nevertheless, you all have a fantastic day. Thank you for dropping by the channel. Thumbs up the video, drop a comment. If you are not a subscriber already, please consider subscribing to the channel. And until the next time, bye y'all.